How's it going, you guys? Today I'm going to make the case as for why I think Baker boards really are the best for frontside flips. And it's no surprise. I mean, I think Andrew Reynolds had a lot to do with designing them, and he kind of is like synonymous with the best frontside flips. So I got two boards here. One of them is the 825 classic Baker shape, and they've got very pointy kicks. So it doesn't register on camera quite as much as in person, but they are very tapered. This is the 8.4 one, and this is again the 825, but it's the tails. The tails are short and pointy. Again, I cannot make it look like it does in real life, but trust me, they are pointy. So there's a lot of things that can make for a good frontside flip for someone, and one of the things for me is I need a very short and quite a pointy tail, but it's more than that. I also need it to be kind of mellow, a fair bit of fingers of flat. So it's really easy for me to pop and scoop, and then the tapered tail gets out of the way when you're trying to get that scoop. So as I get warmed up, I'll try and do some. I think my first one, maybe I'll just show you for example, but I don't think my first one's gonna work out yet. I'm only halfway warmed up. Could have been worse. I think that's a really good example though. Like, I'm half warmed up, but they're still really easy. I also really like riding Baker boards with indies. I don't know, there's something about, like, they seem to be perfectly balanced with an indie. And I ride them with the indie standards because I like how mellow the kicks feel with the heavier truck. It kind of gives the perfect balance of pop. Okay, we're gonna start with one of my least favorite things on a board like this. I actually like kind of blunt kicks, wider boards for transition, but just for the transition heads, we're gonna do a few laps. However, it's not so imbalanced that I feel uncomfortable doing pivots. So when you have a board where the tail is just like too tapered and maybe your trucks are too wide, it makes it hard to sit on a pivot and be nice and smooth. It wants to always push your board in. So they're not so tapered that I struggle with that. I don't have very many more tricks. Curbs is probably my next not favorite thing on such pointy kicks, but still doable. I feel like that needs wax. I'm gonna count it. And that. Whew. I almost died on that. I do find that skinnier boards are harder to like tilt up and get the truck to connect. I like the feel of this, just in general. It's again, it's those mellow kicks with the heavier tall truck. It seems to be like really natural for how my body likes to work. I'm realizing that this whole video was supposed to be about these boards doing good frontside flips, and I have yet to do more than 2. So why don't we film 10 unedited frontside flips, like no retakes, and see how they do. Okay, we're not getting 10 for 10. Oh. Okay, what is that, 4 out of 6? I think it's 4 out of 6 or it's 5 out of 7, I have no idea. Okay, I'm gonna try the last one Reynolds style, so no pivot. Works better! Yeah! I wasn't making this up. Okay. Yeah, seriously, Bakerboards give you buttery frontside flips. Those feel good, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows, you guys. There is one trick that I suffer with, and that's just a straight kickflip. I think I could get used to it if I was skating them all the time, but I get kind of a mobbed kickflip, rocket flips. Except when I'm filming. That was a better example of one that I wasn't happy with. However, let's try the 8.4 with the Indy 149s. So I don't know if you guys know about top press and bottom press boards, but boards get pressed in stacks of 4, and you have to sort of think of like a racetrack. So the outside of the racetrack is the longest with the widest radius, so it's the flattest. And I'm pretty sure that 825 is like a bottom stack, which is like the widest, flattest, most drawn out board. And I feel like this one is probably like a top stack one because it's like really tight, and the kicks feel closer together, they feel steeper and they feel stiffer. So a lot of people love boards like this, but I need them to break in usually. I find it a bit too stiff, but let's try a few things on this. My kick flips get better. It's harder, it's more board to throw around, and it's harder for me to kick down and connect. Oh. Really like them for that. And really quick, I mentioned I would talk about my setup in a video. I haven't had like a stable setup, but I've had stable trucks and wheels for since September. It's March. I've been riding these Indy Standard 149s and these wheels since that long. So we're nice and axled here. Locks in great for slappies and coping. And right here, we are, like the perfect lock-in point. These trucks are really at the perfect stage right now. And so my boards have been changing back and forth, and I've been trying to work out this frontside flip thing, and I definitely figured out that these give me the best frontside flips for the reasons I stated. But yeah, it's been interesting. Okay, so I don't want to skate the ledge on this board because the tapered kicks, tall trucks, I'm just not feeling the ledge vibe. I could get used to it if I wanted. But what I am liking this board for, I love it for flat ground. So I'm gonna just do some freeform. Again, I'll keep it unedited so you can sort of see the consistency rate and the form, what it looks like. But yeah, I'm feeling this. It's pretty natural for me. Ooh, I like the heel flips. I want to do a good one of those. It's okay. style. Oh, hanging on. Wow. I'm just gonna settle for that. 2 more tricks I want to land. Switch tray, switch front heel. I don't care if I do it good. Second try, kind of sketch is good enough for me. Also, I haven't spent any time getting used to this. Like, I farted around on it for 20 minutes at a time, a few times 6 months apart. So this is me like learning the board, getting used to it. Again, it's a pretty natural feeling board for me. The more I skate it, the more I like it. Even the kick flips, like, I'm feeling them now. I feel like I have good pop on this. The weight of the trucks give me a good flick, the height, the mellow kicks, everything. It's just sort of like, yeah, it's like somebody made it for a guy my size or something. It just feels right. Okay, yeah, we are at the point of diminishing returns. I like the 825 better. I think the super tapered kicks fit a little better with it. I like it on the 8.4 for the tail. The nose, I just keep thinking it's a tail. And if you actually measure the nose and tail, or the nose length on these boards, it's pretty long. It's like 7 inches, which is long for a 14 1/4 wheelbase. But on the 8.4, it just looks short. I think either, you know what, whatever, they don't need to change it. This has been such a classic and popular shape for so long. Yeah, don't mess with what works, but just visually for me, it looks too pointy. Like, I'd love the tail to be the exact same and the nose to be like less pointy, and then I'd feel more like the look down would be more like what I'm typically used to. But the 825, I feel like I could get used to that just because it works so darn good for my flat ground. I haven't quite felt that good in a while. So that's it, you guys. No idea what the next video will be or when it will be. I hope you're doing well, and until the next one.